I decided to do a what I eat in a week video because some of you were asking for more examples of what one would eat when doing vigorous athletic activity, like aerial for example. There are a couple reasons that this might not be the typical what I eat in a week video. I've been working on not stressing out when I eat foods that aren't super nutritious or when I eat things that are processed, foods that have been in my life. I want to acknowledge that they're problematic in excess, but if you completely restrict yourself, that leads to even more feelings of deprivation. Stress is a big contributor to a lot of health conditions. It's definitely important to focus on healthy whole foods, but when you do indulge, I feel like it's definitely more harmful to be beating yourself up over it and being stressed out about it, because stress is a big driver of disease. I feel like my relationship with food and my relationship with myself has been a lot better now that I've been focusing on not putting that pressure on myself to eat healthy 100% of the time. Sometimes in this video you're gonna see me eating things that are very processed, very junky, and there's a couple reasons for that actually. Not only is it the intuitive eating aspect of it, but it's also the fact that I'm relying on other people for food. So I am in a relationship, so sometimes what I want to eat is not always what he wants to eat, and that's okay. One, I can't afford to buy food all the time. If I wanted to, I do still try to use my own money for organic whole foods whenever possible, but I don't do a whole like big meal plan, and I don't always pick the foods that I'm gonna eat. So part of relying on other people for food is just having to be okay with the fact that it's not always going to be what you want. For right now, this is where I'm at, so I'm just showing you how I kind of try to be mindful of what I'm eating even despite all those things. I started the day with a chocolate peanut butter smoothie, and then I had a peach for lunch. With the peach, I had some multigrain chips and this layer dip guacamole. It was so good. I wish I could buy more, but it was a special at my job. I had mac and cheese with gluten-free noodles and asparagus and green beans that were left over. I had eggs for breakfast as per usual. I was feeling really sore, so I had this green tea for muscle recovery with a little bit of lemon. I had dance rehearsal on Saturday, so I ended up not eating much for breakfast, and then I just had this really big smoothie for lunch. This is my chocolate covered strawberry smoothie. I know I'm missing a few meals in here, but there's just some times where it would have just been awkward if I was filming. Like, I had filet mignon for the first time ever with corn on the cob, green beans, and red skin mashed potatoes. But I didn't want to film it because it was something that was made for me and then served, and I didn't want to go get my camera and be all weird. And then later that night I had half of a piece of pizza with my sister because my family was having movie night. And then I had a few handfuls of caramel cheddar popcorn mix and some peanut butter and jelly ice cream. So yeah, that night was kind of weird with food, but I had a lot and it was fun though. I try to limit gluten, but I was feeling a piece of bread with my eggs today, so I had some. I'm at work right now. This is not a typical meal for me, but sometimes, especially when I'm at work, I like to treat myself on break, and I love ramen, so this is the moringa vinga drink, and I just brought it with me to work, so I actually had time to drink it. Recording on my phone because I wasn't gonna bring my camera into work. I'm having this tofu and vegetable dumpling thing. I don't know, it's a special. I'm just trying it. Maybe gonna eat this right now. I might eat it later, I don't know. They're actually really good. And they have like, I was really surprised by the nutrition facts actually. Yeah. This is a chicken quinoa fried rice. Instead of fried rice, it was quinoa. It actually turned out really, really good. Alex and I made it, and this was just the leftovers that I put a few sprouts on. This is my snack I cut up a peach. Ever since I had Palisade peaches in Colorado, no peach I've had compares at all. So this is highly disappointing, but still eating it. And then I'm just finishing up the rest of this. It's really low because I really like it. So I'm gonna have the rest of that as a snack, and then after I get back from the gym, I'm gonna have dinner. That's where all that noise was coming from. This is one of my favorite smoothies to make. It's blueberry and nut butter. There's a lot more to it, but that's the basis of it. I had more leftover mac and cheese, but this one was just the general batch that Alex made. It was not gluten-free. And I had leftover green beans and asparagus with it. The next night I also had leftover asparagus and green beans and the rest of my dumplings with some coconut aminos. This was all I had before we went to the gym, but it's 25 grams of complete protein, so I do feel pretty full after I eat it. And then when we got back, we made broccoli, steak, and asparagus. Alex is obsessed with asparagus, so yeah, we end up eating that a lot. For dinner, Alex grilled hot dogs and I topped mine with onion and sprouts, and then I made the corn and seasoned it. Upon waking up, I had some warm lemon water for digestion, and then we made breakfast sandwiches with egg, cheese, and bacon. The rest of what I ate on this day is going to be in my What I Eat in a Training Day video, so make sure you hit subscribe and turn notifications on to be notified when that's out.